Morning world, and welcome to Friday 29th of October. They're here. Right, I'll come back to the concrete panels in a minute. First, I need to thank somebody. When I woke up this morning, picked up my phone and noticed I had a message on there, and the message was from John. John from Tyre Right. Tyre Right is a local tyre company that looks after all our agricultural needs. So they're one of those folks that they do a mobile service as well. If you've broken down on the road or if you've broken down in the field, whether it's a tractor, a lorry, your car, whatever it is, you can give the guys at Tyre Right a ring and they'll come and fix it for you. So I'll put a telephone number and a link up there, or I'll put it in the description box below. But thank you, John. John messaged me this morning, or I think actually messaged me last night, and I won't read the message out word for word, but basically it said, hi Ian, watching last night's video as we do usually, and just for a bit of a giggle, we thought we'd snap the QR code on the side of your truck. And just out of idle interest, look at your webpage. Unfortunately, the QR code did not take John to our webpage. It took John to somebody else's webpage. And that webpage had a lot more skin on it than mine does. And thank you for the warning, John, because I really, really don't as far as a business is concerned, I don't want, dear Auntie Granny Ethel snapping my QR code, going, oh, nice tree surgeon, we'll get him to come and do our trees for us. Oh my God, look at that. I haven't seen one of those for a day or two. Anyway, thank you, John. I have taken some steps. First step being, I got some paint. I got some more of those. I can always put them back if we manage to get it back. We're just waiting for our Webpage company to come back to us, because I don't know if it's just our QR code that's been hacked or trojaned or whatever they do these days, or whether it's our entire page, because the last thing I want is somebody going onto a website and going, oh, that sort of wood. Yeah, I didn't expect that. Yeah, thank you, John. I appreciate the warning. Steps have been taken. Hopefully, the thing is, I don't know how long that's been like that. That could have been like that for months, because I never look at it. I know what it is. I don't need to look at the QR code. It's just there. So I suppose if I'm going to do anything else, if you have a company or a business or whatever else, and you also have a QR code, which is a quick and easy way to your webpage, perhaps it is worthwhile just sticking your camera against it occasionally and having a look, because I had no idea what was at the other end of our QR code, which we bought and paid for that. Not very much, it was years ago, but it's bought and paid for, and someone else has stolen it. Swines. So, right, okay. I won't dwell on that too much because, well, I just won't. Right, concrete panels. 3.5 weeks late, or later than promised. Tim's been pulling his hair out, well, his ponytail anyway, trying to get these panels delivered. That's not ours, and that's not ours. These two belong to somebody else, as do those two fellows over there. Basically, we were having a lorry load delivered. They're all going locally, but ours are from there down, plus a couple down the bottom there, I think. They're shorter ones. They're going on ends of the barn. So we managed to get 4 panels up last night, but the weather was horrible, and because we've got no Yorkshire boarding on yet on the barn, we've got no gutter on, because you kind of need to put the gutter on after the Yorkshire board. We've been told to hang fire on the Yorkshire boarding, because the company who supplies it has informed us, apparently reliably, that as from November, the timber prices for Yorkshire boarding and that type of material is due to come down. That's the forecast, it's going to get cheaper. So we've been told to hang fire. Well, okay, being as I'm going to put the cattle in the middle shed now and not in this one, I can kind of afford to hang fire now. So that's what's going to happen. Yorkshire border will go on here November, December, followed by the gutter, which we can then connect all this up. So it would have been nice to have had it all done and finished. But there you are, it's just world economics and stuff. Some folks will be saying, you've got the panels on the wrong side, they should be on the inside. Well, normally they are. But we've got the pre-stressed face on these facing outwards because we're going to build this bank up to here. So floor level is going to come up not far away from that lifting hole over there. So we need the pre-stressed side on this side because there's going to be a fair bit of weight of the bank going against the panel, and with all that on this side I've got plenty to push against on the other side with the skid steer. So yeah, these four were put up last night. We gave up after them because everybody was getting wet and it was just no fun at all. But inside, like I spoke to Tim, he's coming back hopefully tomorrow actually, and we're going to drill the holes in these 3 posts for my feeder barriers, and we're also going to look at, I've asked him, I don't know if he's doing that tomorrow or not, but we're going to weld some gate hooks on this center post, and I'm probably going to put some eyes to match our cattle hurdles on the 2 posts either side. Basically that will mean that I can create pens inside the barn, and I can actually put gates in here as well. Can't make my mind up on this, whether to put the gate hinges on straight on the post or to actually put a water tank in there, maybe with a gate post in the middle so the water tank can feed both sides. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So the water tank could be in the corner of the building, but I don't know whether to go with a tippy out water tank or a normal water tank. I don't know, or even whether I'm going to put a water tank there at all, because the floor is not going to be concrete. I don't know. Water is something we have got to think about, but like I said, I can put a bit of a pause on that now, because I've got water in that corner over there, water over there, and I got water over there. So I kind of got plenty of options with the building we got. Anyway, lots and lots of thinking in, head scratching, and trying to look forward planning. We're going to put this middle post in here hopefully next week, set him in the ground, same that end, set him in the ground, and then we can put the end panels on, and then I can do a bit more with the floor, if I do much more with the floor this year. What's that? Oh, a bit more kindling. Right, okay, it is 9:19. My lateral flow test should be cooked by now. I'll go and check that, and if that's done I'm going to go and see Mother, and I'll see you guys later on. Well, not a great visit with Mum this morning, unfortunately. They were changing her mattress when I got there, which means they dosed her up with lots of painkillers. She was awake long enough to know I was there and to smile and, you know, exchange greetings, remind her I love her and stuff like that. But it wasn't long after I'd sat in the chair, she was zonked out of sleep, so I stayed for another half an hour, sat with her. But when she starts driving that D8, it's time for me to come home then, because she's not waking up then. So that's that sorted out. Been to see Mum. It is 24 minutes past 10. I have got an hour, so I think actually I'll nip over and see my dad, and I'll bring him up to date with how Mum was. So even though he saw her yesterday, I'll bring him up to date for today. So next stop, Tidderington. That's what I want. So, update on the day. After John kindly informed us there was an issue with our webpage this morning, we did some more investigation. We contacted our providers, and it turns out that they never received our payment to renew our webpage, our domain name. Although we've sent it, so we've got all the details of the date and everything when we sent the payment, they haven't received it, or it's in the wrong account or something. So it wasn't automatically renewed. They held their hands up a little bit and said, no, it's partly our fault because we never reminded you, we never sent you a statement or whatever else, and it kind of just got left. So the domain name went back on the market, and somebody from Thailand, I presume, has picked up our old domain name and turned it into a site of a different site. So it's been a right royal pain in the bum on one hand. On the other hand, I have had such a laugh with various people. So I've had to change my sign out on my emails. I've had to contact the two small local directories that we use. We use Local Pages and Stanbrook Guides, which are two local directory books, to let them know that we've got to change our domain name and the reason why. And on both occasions I was talking to ladies, and the amount of giggles and fun and tongue-in-cheek and innuendo and everything else. I mean, I spoke to the second lady from Stanbrook Guides, and I said at the end, I said, you're going to go and look, aren't you? She goes, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go and look. You know, only for research purposes, obviously, you know. So I've never come across one of these before. She says, I've heard of it, but I've never come across it myself before. So yeah, just for research, I'm going to go and look. I go, all right. I said, well, you won't be finding the right kind of wood on there. And we were laughing. We were talking about size of timber and weather, and warmer there than it is over here. So, you know, and stuff. I'm not going to go into it because it's quite rude, but it was funny. Oh, it's funny. It's one of those things where I could kick up a right storm, get really annoyed and shout and wave my arms and howl and whatever else, but what good would it do? Really? No good at all. So it's one of those things. We've had that domain name for, what, 20 years? So if any of you have been to our webpage before and are thinking about visiting it again, please don't use the old address. Please don't use the old address. I'm now going to take my trusty scraper and go and scrape the bits off the truck, and they'll have to do the Elandra as well. It's not just the QR code. The web page is actually on the side of the truck. Scrape that off. We now have a new domain name. It's treemanagementservices.co.uk. So it will take them a day or so to actually attach that domain name to our web page. And at the moment, it's going to be attached to our old web page, because the new web page we were having built, well, whatever, it's going to go on our old. So some of the pictures and some of the stuff on there is a bit out of date. Some of the pricing's a bit out of date as well, just so you know. But yeah, it's been a pain, but treemanagementservices.co.uk is a good enough domain name for me. It just now got to the point where I've got to tell everybody. Actually thinking about it, I've got to go and change the domain on our Facebook as well, because it's wrong on there. So hopefully by the time you see this, I will have been into my Facebook, edited that and corrected that as well. So yeah, it is now 3:15. I've kind of got all the phone calls done. Everything that I can do to correct the problem has been done. Our web page providers are doing everything they can to try and correct what has been done. In the meantime, we've got to try and find out where the money we sent off for renewals and stuff like that has gone, because it's left us and it's gone to the name of the company, but has it gone to the right account, or I don't know. I mean, that's been running for years. Have they changed accounts and we didn't know, or has an account closed, or I don't know. I didn't think stuff like that could happen. So yeah, so that's my task now for the next 20 minutes, is to go and scrub off some lettering on there, so people can be looking, oh, what's his web page? www Tree Management. You won't get anywhere like that. So we're going to have to add services.co.uk on it somehow. There's not really enough room. Might have to get some sign writing done. Maybe. So there you are. Yeah, so pretty much nothing out on the barn today, nothing in the yards, nothing in the build. I've literally been on the phone most of the day trying to sort this out. Because at the end of the day, the last thing we want is dear Auntie Ethel going on my webpage to try and find us and then finding that. Yeah. Well, unless of course she wanted a Thai bride or something, then, you know, maybe. You're back in again, are you? It absolutely howled down with rain last night and the wind was beating the house like mad, so I opened the gate into the yard and the bottom shed for the cattle in. And they've come back in again, so whether they're telling me it's going to be cold or wet again tonight, I don't know. I didn't really want to put them on that yard. I've been over it and picked up any bits of stone, metal or contamination I can out of it, but I didn't really want them mucking on it before I've put any more on top. Oh, Biscuit, shut up. Pepper's so desperate to be her friend, she becomes needy, and it just pees my dog off. Look at it. Please be my friend. Please be my friend. That was a desperate Pepper. No one likes a desperate person. Right, okay, well, it's almost 20 to 6 and it's getting dark. I mean, the sun's not over the horizon yet, but it's low. You lot can go to bed. They can go to bed. I'll feed them. We're kind of done for the day. I mean, everything I'd intended to do, half of it I haven't. I managed to go and see my mum, which was a plus. I did see my dad for a little bit. Got a couple of cock pheasants out here. But yeah, the debacle with our webpage for the tree company has kind of taken up my day. So I'm afraid the video is going to be a case of not very much, because I didn't get much done. Right. Will you? God, you are such a tart. And you? What? What have you found on there? Got a little nick in my boot. Obviously it's delicious. Right, come on, let's feed you, put you to bed. Right, that'll keep you busy for 10 minutes. A bit for the geese. That's it, I'm done. I've had it. That one ain't. I've been spotted. Somebody wants a bit. Don't tell anybody else, all right? Just keep it between you and me. There you go. That's it. She wants more now. Right, I can see one calf. Nothing down there. It's alright when the cows come up, but if one of the calves gets left out and the cow gets led down in there, usually about midnight she goes, "Where's my calf?" And she'd be out here bellowing and mooing her head off, looking for baby. It was probably right down the bottom there going, "Oh, I'm not coming." So, you're right, chaps. You're quite safe here. No one's going to molest you here, even if it is shoes in season. She won't be long. Right, one calf. Where's Tuttering? It's that bloke. It's that bloke who pierced my ears. I don't like him. It's me, you stupid mutt. She even watched me go out the gate. Okay. One calf. Shut up, Pickle. And there are Cantillerons there. Okay, so both calves are up here. That's alright. They decided to come in tonight. So be it. I just didn't want this stone getting muddied up. So as you know, this is as far as we have got thus far with the panels. And again, I'll repeat, just in case you wondered why the panels are on the outside of the legs rather than the inside, that is because we're going to be building this outside layer up, and it will be coming up to about there on the panel, I think. So all these pipes will be buried, the conduit will be buried, and more drains go in the back of there. We are looking at a coating, a membrane to go on the back of this. It's a proper tanking membrane, I think it's called eggshell or something, that goes on the back of here. So I've got to look at that. Not in a desperate hurry for that, because that's one of those things, it's another expense that I haven't got to do now. I want to get this finished, but if I don't get it finished for a few weeks, that's on the outside. I'm more concerned about the inside, really. So yeah, we'll need more stone. I think floor level is going to come up to around about there. I wouldn't mind getting some more paint and just banging some more paint on the bottom of these pillars, just to give them a bit more protection. And like I said, I spoke to Tim, we're going to put some gate hinges on the middle post on both sides, so we can put gates in there, or I'm going to put a gate post in here and run crush down there or something. I don't know quite what we'll do. So it's quite possibly we'll put a crush this side or a cattle tank. I don't know. We've got a spare crush, we might just fit it this side. Loads and loads of ideas of what I could do, but it's one of those things, I don't want to set something in stone then decide to move it later on. You're locked, aren't you? Yes. Okay. There you go. I think that's pretty much about it for today. I'm sorry, it's been a bit of a boring old Friday, but it hasn't been boring. It's been extremely busy. It's just a lot of the stuff I couldn't share. So anyway, right, on that note, folks, I wish you all a very good weekend. Happy, healthy life and all that. And I'll see you tomorrow. See ya.